All right, so I'm live, as you guys can tell. Going to start a new live stream series calling Think Forward. It's a lot about business and AI and what you can do with AI in your businesses. So I'm super excited to be talking to you guys about that. And I'm really excited about this new series that I've got going on. It's going to be it really fascinating for me. I think that there's a lot of opportunity for those that are looking to really grow their businesses using AI. And so that is going to be part of what we're doing. And honestly, I'm doing this solo, so it's going to be a lot of fun. So if you do have comments and questions, definitely feel free to ask. I will try to get those as we go through it. But today's show is going to be more about what you can do with AI. I know there's a lot of people talking about AI, a lot of things that are going on in the world. And it seems like every time you open up the browser, there's a new AI tool, there's a new system, or they've got a new variation or a new version, and it just is super hard to keep up with. And so a lot of times I think people feel inundated and overwhelmed that they're never going to learn it because there's just too much going on. And that's where hopefully this live stream can help you guys, can ease some of the worries and maybe even help you automate and make life easier for you so that you can actually achieve the goals that you have and the goals that you want, which is to make more money and have more free time. I think that's going to be one of the coolest things as we go through a lot of these tools that we're going to create and we're going to be talking about that you can use in your business today. And you don't have to have a ton of knowledge to start expediting and creating your, just making things a lot faster. And I think that's what I'm so fascinated about is there's lots of systems, there's lots of things that you can use to expedite, but it seems like everybody has like this tool, everyone has this tip, and then there's, some of it's practical use, some of it isn't. And so I really kind of want to go through all of those things. And for those that don't know who I am, I'm Joe Eves. I have a real estate brokerage, property management company, and I started using AI back in I don't know, I'd have to look at my very first TikTok, but it was like, I think in December 2022. And talking about the first time I saw chat GPT and it wrote a contract for me, and my mind was totally blown. I was just like, this is insane that this AI could do this. And immediately I was hooked and I started to gravitate towards those types of things, just kind of messing with it. And as I did that, I started implementing, asking questions, learning, using it like every day. And what was cool is it it knows so much information that you can just ask it questions. You ask ChatGPT, Grok, all of them now. Like there's quite a few that are really good. But for me, it was just getting started. And I think a lot of people are, especially business owners, are very like hesitant to do something new because they've done it a certain way for so long, until I think the pain point gets uh, more than like, oh, okay, like the learning curve or to do something new. And I think that was the biggest thing is like when people realized, wait a second, like I can respond quicker with giving a simple prompt and AI can actually respond to this email that I need to do. And that's kind of like how I started. Honestly, I started with, when like conflict resolution in real estate, have a lot of people that are like, um, they would ask questions and then they would have concerns, and I'm trying to de-escalate the problem. And what typically would happen is that person would, ask some really important questions, and to sit there and think of a way to be caring and professional and all those things, it takes time to like literally write a response. And what I realized really quickly is if you give AI the right information, especially like I just used Chat GPT, started using Chat GPT, and I was like, okay, what in this situation, how would you respond? And then it would write something way better than I could ever do. And it was very professional. It gave it context and it just moved forward. And so then from there, I just started, literally just started using it more and more. So you're not too late. I think a lot of people think too, they're like, oh, I'm too late. I've missed it. There's, you know, there's so much going on and it seems like everybody knows way more than I do. So why even try? I'll just continue doing it the way that I've been doing it just because it's easier that way, or I'm just going to use it a little bit, but they're not really looking at how they can leverage AI and embrace AI. So one of the things that, I think a lot of people get hung up on is there's lots of like hype. There's lots of hype with AI to say, oh, you can totally do this and you can make this graphic and you never have to do this thing again. And then someone tries it and it doesn't work. It utterly fails. And then you do that and you're like, AI doesn't work. It's not working. I'm not going to use that. I don't want to waste my time with that. And I'd much rather just do it. And there are cases where you really can spend way more time troubleshooting AI than just getting some work done. But a lot of it is when you understand like how to give AI context, how to give it structure, how to give it the things that it needs in order to have better prompting. Because the better the prompt, the better the context, the better the result. And I think that's really the hard thing for people to understand is you need to give AI context so that it knows what you're looking for. It's like giving a secretary directions and saying, "Hey, go buy me lunch." And then they come back with pizza and you're like, "I didn't want pizza, I wanted burgers." And they're like, "Well, you said buy lunch. You didn't tell me exactly what to get." And so because of that, I went and got pizza. So if you're like, "Hey, go to Burger King and buy me a Big Mac, a Whopper, or go to McDonald's and buy me a Big Mac, or go to Pizza and get a pizza," and then they're like, "Oh, okay, I'll go get those things." And now all of a sudden, because the secretary has context, she can give you a better result. And it's the same thing with AI. Like when you give it better context, it's going to give you a better result. So that's kind of like the start of what I'd like to talk about. And there are a few new tools that I really want to talk about. But before I do, I want to talk about the problem that every business faces. And the problem that every business face is there's bottlenecks. There's busy work and there's bottlenecks. There's things that you can do really quickly in business and then other parts where it backs up, it bottlenecks and you have to get that stuff done. But it's like either you don't want to do it or it's you've trained someone and they're not showing up to do it. And so there's lots of different ways that this bottleneck happens. And so what I want to talk about is identifying what those bottlenecks are for your business. And so for me, one of the biggest bottlenecks in the beginning, using AI and doing this about 2 years ago, my property management company was growing. I'm getting more properties. We're getting HOAs, getting a lot of people reaching out, and my bottleneck was phone calls, tons and tons and tons of phone calls. And I kept getting calls. I kept getting people interested, which is a great problem to have. However, I felt chained to my business. I felt tied to my business. And a lot of times the phone calls would come after hours. So I'm getting ready to leave. People are getting off work and now they're calling to go look at a rental to go tour a rental to, possibly move into. And so that was the very first problem that I identified was my biggest pain point was that I had to always be available on the phone. And I felt like if I didn't answer it, then my business didn't work. And so I needed a solution for that. And so that's where synthvoice.ai came in. And what Synth Voice is it's a company that I've I've created that basically takes that problem that I have with inbound calls and questions and things that people ask, a lot of repetitive stuff. And I just had AI trained and automated AI to answer the calls, to respond to those things. And a lot of it in the beginning, it wasn't great, it wasn't perfect, but it got better. It got better. It got better because AI got better. Like the systems got better. The process got faster and there wasn't as much latency. So there's lots of things. And I knew just from my experience that how I've seen how quickly Chat GPT has morphed, that it would only be a matter of time for these other platforms and these other solutions to that were going to be integrated to actually catch up and make things quicker. And it's like my thought was, this is the worst it will ever be. And I just kept saying that as it got better and better. And it would, like, within a year, it was completely different than, the problems that I was dealing with before. So that was kind of like my real main pain point introduction into like AI and automation, because I literally felt handcuffed to my phone, to my desk. I had to be there answering the phone. If I didn't, I wouldn't make the sale, or I wouldn't get, people to get the rental from me. They'd go somewhere else. And so that was like my very first real success using AI to automate that major pain point or bottleneck that I had. And so there are ways for you. I'm sure, the people that are watching right now, if you have a business and it's like, man, I just wish I didn't have to do this over and over and over again. Like, there's probably an automation that you can set up. And if you don't know what to set up or how to do it, you literally can ask Chat GPT, hey, here's my problem. Give it the context, right? Give it all of the information. This is the type of business I run. This is the stuff that I have. Here's the issue that I'm running into. How can I fix this problem, or what can I do? Here's what my end goal would be. My end goal would be that I don't have to do X anymore. I can do this instead. Or in my case, I didn't want to answer the phone. I needed the phone to be answered, but I didn't want to personally do it until we had qualified the lead enough that they actually turned into a tenant. And you can do the same thing. You just have to come up with, what is it that is your bottleneck? And then literally ask Chat GPT. I'm really big on Chat GPT, so you're going to hear me say that a lot, but you could do it with Grok. You can do it with Claude. Like, there's lots of different types of LLMs out there that you can do, but Chat GPT is the biggest, the most known. I think maybe Grok, maybe next. But the thing that I'm saying is, literally, you can talk to your Chat GPT and really give it that context, and it will give you solutions. Now, the one thing that a lot of people do is they're like, okay, well, I did that, and after I did that, it gave me the wrong information, and because it gave me this wrong information, I'm totally messed up because I didn't verify. So that is a huge issue that you've got to work on, right? Like, one of the things that you have to do is you have to challenge the AI. When it says something, you need to make sure that you're asking it to provide the sources, where it got the information, and even a confidence score of, like, out of 10, like how confident they are on the answer, with sources of why they're telling you the thing that they're telling you. And typically when you do that, then it's going to give you a lot better of a response, especially because the way that models are now, they're even just that much better, to where you literally can ask it something and it will ask you some context, and then it will give you an answer, but it's not going to do this like, oh, you're absolutely right, this is amazing, blah, 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 and then just totally, like, for lack of a better word, just glaze you to say, hey, you're the best ever and your ideas are the best. Because there was a section of time that actually happened quite a bit, and they've kind of rolled that back. Now it's more of like, from a devil's advocate point of view, where when you ask some stuff, it's going to say, yeah, that's an idea, but have you thought of this? And you can even tell it, hey, be objective in this. Don't just agree with me, but give me like actionable items. And if I'm off on something, let me know. And when you do that, and when you start having those types of conversations with AI, then it's going to have much better output, and it'll help you get through your stuff so much faster. So that's probably like the number one thing, right? Like that's the number one thing that I would say is when you're trying to realistically use AI to help you, start with that pain point. And it doesn't have to be a big one. It literally could be like sending an email. Maybe it's an email that you're like, man, I just really don't know how to respond to this because it's, there may be some emotion involved in it, or it may be a little bit more like you're feeling like a little off guard or threatened. Run it through Chat GPT, copy that email, give it some context, and then say, hey, look, I really want to respond. This is kind of what I want to say, but I don't really know how to do it. And you'll be amazed at how quickly and how good AI can actually respond. And even if you don't use that exact response, it will definitely give you more ideas so that you can go, oh, yeah, that's a great idea. I never even thought of that. So that's something to definitely think about. So now that's just me on just rambling about how much I like it, but it is incredibly important as a business owner to learn how to use these tools, because if you don't, there's going to be other people that do, and then pretty soon you're not going to be able to compete or keep up. And I'm going to show you something like right now. So this ad that I made took about 20 minutes. And and there's lots of places you can get some prompts, and I'll share some of that stuff with you, but like this ad took about 20 minutes, and it literally was something that just, I had the idea, I was like, oh, that's a really cool thing. So the voice is AI, the script was written by AI, and the video was made with AI. So let's go ahead and put this on here so you guys can check it out.
Home should feel this easy. Think Realty, helping Southern Utah move smarter.
So that, even though it's only 10 seconds, that is an incredibly powerful ad. And you can find, like, there's people on X that actually will provide prompts, especially if you follow the right people, that they can give you stuff that's very similar to this, and then all you have to do is tweak it for your business. And this, again, it's so incredibly cool. Like,
Buying a home should feel this easy. Think Realty, helping Southern Utah move smarter.
Yeah. So again, same. It's just like if you were to try to put that together and pay, a special effects company to do all of that, it would cost a ton of money, and it may take a while to produce. Where this was like from ideation until I put it together, maybe 2 hours. And a lot of it was just me prompting with different ideas and testing different things because I really wanted to get like something that really, really worked. Okay. And so let's see here. I got another one here. This one was made with Veo 3. This is Google's video generator. And it's so the thing with it is you're stuck with about 8 seconds. So what I did is I created 8-second clips and then edited them all together. So you can go ahead and we'll go ahead and see this one.
Faster than you can. Listen up. The world's changing faster than you can run a mile. You either shape up and learn AI now or get left behind. Move it. Move it.
Again, it's just a funny idea, but in order to put that whole thing together,
the world's changing faster than you can run a mile.
You could do it so quickly. So it's pretty awesome what you can do with this stuff. And honestly, this didn't take that long either. Maybe an hour and a half total. And what's amazing with that is that video production, graphic design, those types of jobs, putting out content with Sora 2, and we're going to be talking about Sora 2 in this because I really want to talk about how incredibly powerful it is. And like I said, Veo 3 and Sora are very much, they're like neck and neck as far as like Sora 2 came out, and then immediately Google's like, okay, well, we've got Veil 3.1 that you can use. I'm going to show you that, and it's incredible. So like they're competing, and they keep bringing out better and better features. But what's cool about it is we get a benefit from that, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and show you. I'll show you just kind of the interface of Sora. Let's go. Well, let's go here. I gotta do all this myself. So, all right. Okay. Hopefully you guys can see the screen. But this right here is Sora. When you're logged in, it's Sora 2. So it's no, you guys can't see it. Let's put that. Let's remove that. There we go. Let's see if I can make this a little bigger. There we go. Okay. So this is Sora 2. Now, Sora 2 is right now, it's kind of like invite only. And then as you create content, you have like some invite key, like an invite code that you can share. And then they let you do that. But what's cool about this, and this is on the desktop. So like on my phone, it looks a little bit different, but everything in here is AI generated. So all of this is AI generated, from the audio to video. Let's go ahead and watch this one real quick.
0 views! 0! I spent all day on that video!
Rough day, Joe?
Yeah, here's another one.
Serious here.
I mean, it's so crazy. Here you go. Oh,
strong, chest tall, keep breathing. One more. Personal.
But the thing is this is something super incredible that you can create content just by having prompts. So like, let's just look at this prompt. This prompt right here was,
I'm not ready for this. Oh man,
I'm going to mute it for a minute. So the prompt right here, it was very simple. There's a cameo, which is your handle. So at Joe Eves, and then it says rides an insane roller coaster. When he hits the drop, he screams like a little girl. And then
Say it, I sounded like a little girl. Let's go.
Here we go. Biggest drop of my life. I'm not ready for this. Oh man, we're so high. Here it comes.
Oh my God, that was insane. I sounded like a little girl.
So like that was the prompt to get this. And if I were to go in and actually edit the prompt, in the phone, you can hit like a little button and it'll let you edit again. It would actually generate a whole nother video clip just like that, but just it would be totally generated again. So what's amazing is this stuff is coming out, and this is like what people are making. Okay, so like you can see lots and lots of people creating content, and they're just testing the different things. And then obviously you have like your area that you can do it. You can put your post. Now you do have like an area that you can do like drafts. So these are all the drafts. And then you also have the cameos. So cameos are cool because you literally can like edit your cameo. So it's like, okay, the different people that can do it. So for example, anyone that's a friend of mine can actually
95,
use
37,
this, can use that, my image there, and you get notified. So anytime that you have a cameo, it'll notify you. So for example, my daughter made this one right here. So she's in it. So she's got a little bird, and you can see here's the cameo, and then like what she told the AI to do, and then it did it. So it's not like we're having these crazy prompts. Now, yes, you can get really crazy with the prompting, and you can get it to where it's very, very in depth and very detailed. And that's going to be more like when you're prompting with like Veil 3, where you can give it a lot more detail. I think this one is going to be cool, but it's also going to be something that you know, we're going to see some iterations and it's going to change quite a bit, but it's very, very, it's just fast. I mean, in order to do something, we'll put something together. I'll make a quick little cameo. I'll do doing a live stream show and explaining AI. So that'll be my, and then I'm going to do, let's put Sam Altman in there. Let's see. Okay. So we'll just do that. We'll go ahead and hit that. That's all you have to do. And then it's going to go to the queue. And then in here, you'll see that there'll be a draft. If you hit a content and it doesn't work, then it's going to tell you, hey, you that's not working because you guys put something in there. So that's something that you can do to create the video. All right. Now, let's see here. So it could, depending on how many people are using it, could take up to a minute, maybe 2 minutes. It just really depends. So we'll just kind of hang out with that for a minute. I'll scroll through some other videos that you can see.
Now, I tap this button, it takes the photos I've uploaded and generates a. You're looking at here is please sort to
That's the other thing is when you're generating this stuff, if you go into your Cameo, you can actually add stuff to it. So like right here, the
95,
preferences,
37,
wear black
65.
Sunglasses. So I could have it to where
95,
I'm wearing black
37,
sunglasses and it'll put it in
65.
there. So I'm just going to delete
95,
that, save
37,
it.
65.
But that is something you can do. You can, so that when it prompts, it'll always add that. So you can notice that it added the sunglasses onto me because I had that in my prompt. So it's pretty cool. Just messing around with it to see how well Sora really generates stuff. Now, a lot of people, you know, you run into also issues where you might get like it goes against our third-party guidelines. So you can resubmit stuff. And a lot of times when you resubmit it, it'll actually go through. Because every time you edit a video or upload a video and then hit a change, it actually generates the whole thing all over again. So it's kind of cool. I really wanted to do like the Celebrity Deathmatch version.
Touch gloves if you wish. Let's make.
It's pretty close. But you can see like there's a lot. Oh, this one's cool. Okay, so this is just a very simple,
Nothing tastes like
very simple ad. Make a Coke Zero ad in the summertime.
Nothing tastes like summer.
Except this.
To sunshine and zero sugar.
Cheers!
Zero.
That was the whole prompt.
Nothing tastes like summer.
It's just crazy.
Except this.
Like what you can do with that. It's just honestly so wild. So okay, so we'll wait for that to come through, and then when it does, actually it's got to be close. Usually it'll have like a little, it's still going. May take a minute. You'll see kind of like a little progress. You know, it's kind of going around through the progress, and then it'll finish up. So
About feeling good.
we'll hang out. Okay, well, while that's doing that, let's go ahead and get into Google Flow. Okay. And we're gonna talk about Google Flow for a minute. All right. So make sure you guys can see this okay. You should be able to see it. Flow is incredibly powerful too. You can get to it a few different ways. I'm in like labs.google. You can also do Gemini, and I'm going to talk about Gemini too, because there's some really cool stuff with Nano Banana that you can do. So I'm going to go ahead and show you a couple clips. Let's go ahead and see. I don't know. Let's do. Oh yeah. Okay. Let's go in here. I don't want a project. I just want to. Okay. So it's talking about the 3.0, you know, the 3.1 that has been updated. Let's see if I have to create a new project or if it'll let me go. I want to go to like my old projects, but it's not showing them for some reason. Oh, I got to go in. I got to sign in a different account. I don't know if it'll let me while I'm doing the live stream. Well, let's see here. Maybe we'll go back to Sora for a second. You guys check that out for a second. Then I'm going to go back and we'll check it out and see if I can get it to load. So let's see. Yeah, this is going to take a second. Oh, but hey, look, you can see right there that the progress bar is moving along. So I might have to open up in a new browser. Let's do that for a second. All right. Just about there. All right. I'll add that here in a second. I just want to see did the Sora did it get done? Oh, it's almost done. So let's just hang here for a second because it's literally almost done. Once it gets done, yeah. Let's see. Okay, here it is. Let's check it out. So
Talking about artificial intelligence.
So this is
Everyone,
literally the
welcome back to
prompt.
the live
Let me
show.
just mute this for a second. The prompt was Joe doing a live stream show explaining AI. Sam is on the stream with Joe. Okay, let's check it
And
out.
today we're talking about artificial intelligence and how it's changing the world. Joining me on the line is Sam Altman from everyone. Welcome back to the live show. We're streaming right now, and today we're talking about artificial intelligence and how it's changing the world. Joining me on the line is Sam Altman from everyone. Welcome back to the
That's
live
crazy.
show.
I'm gonna go ahead
We're
and
streaming
post
right
that one.
now, and today we're
Pretty cool.
talking about
So like
artificial
with a very, very simple prompt, all of a sudden, like I've already got like a video that you know it took no effort at all. Of course, it's all AI. It's been made with AI, but it's crazy. So that was pretty cool. All right, let's look at. Let's go ahead and we'll bring in that. Let's do Sora. Okay, let's see. I think you guys should be able to see this. Let's make sure. Okay, yeah, you can see it. Okay, so now we're in. Sorry, this is Flow. And so with this one, I'm messing around with it. There's lots of different like graphics, but I'll show you kind of the process that I did with this. Okay, so this is, and as you see this, you're gonna be like, wow, that's a ton of work, but really you just set them and then go. So I'm gonna show you another kind of like another ad that that I made, and then that will go in and show you like how it all came together. I might have to pull it up on my other channel here real quick. But you can see, okay, so basically I have this idea, right? And the idea is the drill sergeant is telling people that if they don't learn AI, especially realtors and other business owners, they're going to be left behind. And so there's all these different prompts. Now, let me show you kind of how the prompt works. This is the prompt right here. Tight close-up of a drill sergeant's face, veins bulging, spit flying as he screams into the camera. The handheld camera shakes slightly from his voice and sudden movements. And then there's a voiceover, the drill sergeant, I'm your drill sergeant, you're not cutting it. So that was the prompt. And then if we go ahead and let's go ahead and play this.
I'm your drill sergeant, and you're not cutting it. You think you can survive in real estate moving that slow? I'm your drill sergeant, and
so it's pretty good. Now you're probably wondering, okay, well, how did you get the face? How did you get the graphic? Because it's, as you can see, I'm using the first frame is a graphic that I uploaded. So that first frame is from Nano Banana. And then in Nano Banana, I have a bunch of chats where, let me see if I can reload this and see if I can show you. But basically there, I upload that information, but you can see the prompt is really, it's a really great prompt, but it's super simple. And what I ended up doing is I went to Veil3's information, tried to get as much information as possible as far as like what it really likes, what they like, how it likes to be structured, how it likes to be prompted. And then I used Chat GPT and I created a Chat GPT that was really good at doing Veil3 prompts. So I didn't have to actually do all of the things that that you normally would have to do to prompt it to make it look good. So let me show you kind of what I did there. So we'll go into GPTs. And let's go. Let's see. All right, go ahead and share that right now so you can see it. So let's take this off. And oh, by the way, if you have any questions, if you're asking any questions or you want to know any questions or have any questions about it, I'll put a little thing down there. Yeah, there you go. And I'll ask the questions, I'll answer them. So let's go ahead and remove this for a minute. And I'm going to go ahead and put on the, let's go. Let's do, I gotta log in here. All right, here we go. Okay, so in here, we've got the Veil3 prompt superstar. This is a little bit of an older one, but I'm going to go ahead and show you anyways, like what you can do with that. Also, just if you haven't used, I'm sure you guys have used Chat GPT because you're here watching this, but if you haven't used Chat GPT, you can see this one was built in 4.0, so it's kind of older. So let's go, let's actually go to Chat GPT and it'll be 5. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to just give it a simple prompt. This prompt is going to help me make better Veil3 prompts. So I'm going to say, help me with Veil3 prompting. I want to make hyper realistic videos. So that's what I'm going to start with Chat GPT. And then it's like, okay, I'm assuming by that you're just saying, okay, VO3. So here it is. And then it's like, okay, I'll do it. Okay, understanding the capabilities. So it's going through and it's understanding. Here's kind of like the stuff that you can adapt with it. Okay, so you have all of this stuff that it just totally went and gave me all that stuff. It's like, okay, great. With that in mind, let's make a commercial of a person, let's say business. What business should we do? Should we do? You guys want to comment on a business? Comment a business. What business you want to do, and I'll put it in there. So, and if you don't comment, then I'm just going to make it up. So let's go with. Well, let's see if anyone wants to hit me up with something. If not, all right, you guys are just watching. Let's do this. Okay, go back. Let's do. Okay. HVAC. Okay, of course. Sometimes it'll like give you an error, so you got to hit refresh. Okay, there we go. So now we're going to make an 8-second cinematic version of that. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to create. Now there's two ways you can do this. There's a few ways you can do it. One, you could just do text to video, or you could do like image to video. So let's go image to video. We're going to go to Gemini, and in Gemini, okay, so you guys can see I'm here in Gemini. I'm going to go ahead, and here we're going to go ahead, if I can find it. Oh, I might need I'm logged into a few different accounts here, so that's probably why. Let's do. All right. I'll be patient. Here we go. I'm gonna drink. Okay. All right. You should be able to see this, hopefully. Okay. And here, I'm going to go ahead and let's do. I'm just gonna give it like a really simple prompt. I don't know, like we'll see if it's like it should be like a guy working on a HVAC system. So there you go. So we've got like Gemini 2.5, and then when you create your image, you're going to have like this little banana and then image. Make sure you hit that, and then it will actually make the image. So we've got that image right there. Now, if I wanted to tweak this, I'm going to go ahead and just save it. But if I wanted to tweak this, I could go in here and say, oh, let's do make him wearing red. So I'm going to take it from the blue, and we're going to make him wear red. So keep the image the same. There you go. Now he's got red. And then maybe let's do a picture of myself. I got to take a picture real quick here. Okay, and then we got that. And we'll go ahead and export that. We'll drop it in real quick. And go ahead and put that in there. Let's try that. I just took a picture, put it in there. So you could literally put yourself in there. Maybe it'll make me look like that. It's like, okay, I'll use your face. Look at that. So it went from there to me, or something that's close like that. So then let's say that I'm happy with that. Go ahead and download it, and we'll put it there. And then we'll go to Flow, Google Flow. Okay, you guys should be able to see this now. And now we've got Google Flow on here. And we're going to go ahead and start a new project. Now with this project, I'm going to click down here. Instead of text to video, it's going to be frames to video. This frames to video will allow me to upload that picture that I just took. And we'll upload it. And then I'm going to do a portrait version, kind of move it over so that looks kind of cool. So now I have that. So then what we can do in ChatGPT, so I can go ahead and ask it, we'll kind of do the prompt, okay? So now what I'm going to do is say, okay, the HVAC guy is working in, working on the unit. I want him to talk about a common issue with HVAC, and as he is working on the unit, he explains how ABC HVAC is the best, something like that. So now I'm using, if you remember, we gave the Veo3 all the information. So now it's going to go through and give me this graphic. And then I'm going to say, it's saying 12 seconds. I'm going to say, make it 8 seconds. And the reason why is because you can only do up to 8 seconds right now. Maybe they're going to make it longer. You can extend, but when you do it, it drops to like Veo3. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So I'm just copying it. You would want to read it and make sure that it works with what you're trying to do. But then from there, I'm just going to paste it in here. And we'll go ahead and hit go. It'll take a minute. So while it's doing that, you can see right there, it's going to be building it. While it's doing that, we'll chat a little bit more. But it'll be pretty cool. I'm excited to see like what it can actually generate. All right, it's getting closer. This I have noticed for the most part generates the videos a little faster than Sora. So they both kind of like have strengths and weaknesses. Like Sora is great at like their whole platform where you can create videos inside the platform. You can download them even though it has the watermark and then upload them to other platforms. But it's kind of like its own platform. And then you have Veo3 where you literally can just download each of these. So they don't have like their own platform that you can push to. I'm assuming they'll probably work something out with YouTube to do that, but let's check it out. Okay, so the image looks good. So let's see how it turned out.
Most AC failures start with...
See, that was terrible. Like it totally went from one to the other. So this is the problem with doing generations is sometimes it'll stick with it and then sometimes it won't.
Most AC failures start with dirty coil.
Yeah, I did that. So then what you have to do is you have to go back and go, okay, yeah, see, look at the prompt. I should have read it. So it's going through and it's doing that. So in order to give this like background, you would need to go into Gemini, or not Gemini. You'd need to go into Veo3, and I'm going to upload the image. I should have done this. It's a rookie mistake. So you upload the image, and then you can say, write this as a prompt. So it's going to take that image and write it as a prompt. So it's going to describe what this image is. Oh, You guys can't even see it. Jeez, sorry about that. So I basically put this image in there and said, okay, write this and describe it as a prompt. So now it's going to do, it's describing it as a prompt. Now, here's the hyper, okay, now it keeps the image. So now it will work. So I'm going to go ahead. I should read it again, but I'm just going to do it. So then now from there, I'll go back to Flow, share this tab, and then and how I got that is you just hit reuse. So you just hit reuse prompt right there. So I can highlight all of it. It already has the image. Now if I hit it, it's going to generate that image. And after it generates that image, we'll see if it's if it does what I told you it was going to do before without having to actually without having to change to that guy that's outside in a blue jumpsuit and a sunny day. It should keep him to where he's inside that attic and just working on the stuff in the attic. So give it a shot. Try to make this like a little bigger. There we go. Okay, almost done. All right, it's done. Let's check it out. Okay, here we go.
A lot of airflow problems come from loose duct joints. That's why at ABC HVAC, we always seal and test every connection. A lot of airflow problems come.
That's crazy. Let's check this one out.
A lot of airflow problems come from loose duct joints. That's why at ABC HVAC, we always seal and test every connection.
That's perfect.
A lot of airflow
so
problems
then
come from loose
you
duct.
literally could take that one piece and then it cuts to another scene of him doing something else. And that's the cool thing about Veo 3 is because you're doing frame to video, I literally could use this as a last frame. So I could go into this and I can create, so I could download it. And then I could create this last frame. The only thing is I don't know if it allows, oh, look at that. Maybe, let's see. Will it do frames to video yet? Let's see. Because normally when you went to, when you go to like extend this, it would actually drop it down from Veo 3 to Veo 2. This doesn't look like it's going to drop it. So, wow, I'm going to try it. Well, this is new. This is new stuff. New stuff on the live stream. Yes. Okay. Give it another shot. So this is cool. If this actually works, then you're able to extend this scene rather than just having it stop at 8 seconds. So before, when you would, even if you'd build it in Veo 3.1 or in 3, when you go to extend it, it actually would drop off. So now I might be able to make a full-on commercial right here, where before I would have to take all of the images that I did and I would have to use a video editor to put them together to edit that scene or the whole commercial, where this, you might be able to do the whole thing just right here, which would be awesome because you couldn't do that before. And I don't know, maybe I'm hoping and then watch it like not work. So I don't know. We're live streaming this together, 52%. So we'll totally check it out and see if it's actually gonna work or not. All right. Oh, I think it might. Okay, so let's check it out.
A lot of airflow problems come from loose duct joints. That's why at ABC HVAC, we always seal and test every connection. A lot of airflow problems come from loose duct joints.
That's cool. Okay, so let's go ahead and extend it. He starts, let's do, all right, let's do it in Chat GPT just because I can do it a little quicker. So let's go Chat GPT. Okay. Say walking down. And he's walking downstairs and talking about other services they provide. So this, okay, so I'm giving it a little bit more. Now remember, if you're just joining, I've given it a little bit more context. So now I'm telling it, okay, here's the image. It's using that. And now we're saying, okay, right, scene 2. Okay, so let's go ahead and put that into this next clip and see if it'll do it. So before, when I would hit it, it would say, you can't do it. You have to do it it's in 2, but it did not give me an error. So we might be seeing a new feature that they just explained that just came out. So let's check it out and see if it's actually going to work. Here, let's share it so you can see. So I put that extra prompt there, and look, it's still Veo 3.1 fast. Now there are other settings too. You could do like quality, but this one's the one just to kind of test stuff out. And it doesn't cost you any credits if you're an Ultra subscriber too, by the way. So it's going through, and we're doing, let's just watch from the first scene. That's why at ABC
HVAC, we always seal and test every connection. A lot of airflow problems come from loose duct joints. That's why at ABC HVAC, we always seal and test every connection. A lot of
That's crazy. Okay, let's see what happens. I think it's done. All right. Oops, I didn't want to save the frame. That's for later. Let's go back.
A lot of airflow problems come from loose duct joints. That's why at ABC HVAC, we always seal and test every connection. We don't just fix cooling issues. ABC HVAC also handles heating, air quality systems, and a lot of airflow problems come from loose duct joints.
That's cool, but it's what in my mind, he would be walking down instead of up. And maybe it was the prompt that I need to be a little bit better. And it's probably, need to be a little bit better on giving the prompt. I'm just trying to see if it follows him from behind, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it doesn't really say. I'd probably redo that again, but that's actually pretty cool. So let's go ahead and check it out one more time. Again, this is just all.
That's why at ABC HVAC, we always seal and test every connection. We don't just fix cooling issues. ABC HVAC also handles heating, air quality systems, and a lot of air.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. And then you could extend it. We could jump to a different scene, save the frame. This is one of the things what I should have done is like right here, saved the frame. And then that would be the asset of him walking down after, for the next part. So, because let's just say let's see, the camera is, let's share this tab instead. Okay, so I'm just changing the prompt just a little. The camera is still on his face, but then pans out as he walks downstairs. So now we'll just see if we can get that information. Okay, so now I'll take that. We'll go back here. Let's see here. I could arrange, we'll just get rid of it. Okay. All right, now I'll wait another minute or two just to see how that does, but it should be pretty cool. We'll see what it does. But as you can see, like this, as we're testing, this stuff can take time, but it can go a lot faster. If you think about it, it's like coming up with the script, finding a location, doing it yourself if you're filming yourself, or you have to find someone to film, putting all of this effort together. We made this all without having to hire one single person. It's all AI generated. And when you get done, this is going to be you literally could make an amazing commercial just with some prompts and a little bit of effort. So the quality, I believe, of AI and video, text to prompt, frame to prompt, using Sora, using Veil 3, using all of those things is going to help so much. And you're going to be able to put out way more content, and I think a lot more quality content pretty fast. So let's check it out.
A lot of airflow problems come from loose duct joints. That's why at ABC HVAC, we always seal and test every connection. We don't just fix cooling problems. At ABC HVAC also handles heating, air purification, and full seasonal tune-ups. A lot of airflow problems.
That's awesome. That's what I was envisioning when I thought of this. So all you have to do is adjust it a little bit. And now that you can keep it in the same quality, that is amazing. So now, I don't know, you might not have been able to hear it, but it had footsteps of him walking down and everything.
Come from loose duct
I want to watch
joints.
it one more time.
That's why at ABC HVAC, we always seal and test every connection. We don't just fix cooling problems. At ABC HVAC also handles heating, air purification, and full seasonal tune-ups. A lot of airflow problems.
That's so cool. Like, literally, you can do so much with that. It's amazing. All right, listen, that was crazy. There's so many more things that, that we're going to be able to see with AI. We're going to be able to, that's just one aspect of like some marketing pieces, some marketing. That doesn't include any workflows, any automations. Because once you start marketing, you're doing more marketing. But then if your bottleneck is following up or repetitive tasks, and you just keep generating more interest because now you can create ad creatives pretty quickly, there's going to be another bottleneck. And that's where, like, kind of what I was talking about at the beginning of the stream, is businesses finding where your pain point is and then leveraging AI. That's what this whole channel is about, is showing you guys how to use AI and automations. In upcoming streams, we'll be talking about automations, from email automations, text automations, to literally taking phone calls and sending text, all done through AI. And until that lead is fully qualified, or maybe it's a customer service thing where they've called in, they've asked some stuff, they want information, but until they're really ready to, like, either buy or it's something that's going to help you generate more income because you can scale larger. That's what this whole channel is about. So if you are interested in AI, you're interested in growing your business or contributing to the business that you're at by adding more value, that's the other thing that I think a lot of people need to realize, is that everyone says, oh, well, AI is going to take over. AI is going to take, yeah, to a degree, AI will take over, but people that know how to use AI will also be able to be in high demand compared to people that don't. So I'm happy to drop knowledge. Like I said, I'm just excited to share real use cases that I've used in my personal business, and share it with all of you, because there is such a demand and there's such awesome opportunity. We are in the very, very, very beginning stages of what AI can do. There's still a lot of people that are very resistant, and that they're doing it. They've done it the same way, but if they do not change, then they will be out of business, because someone else will come in, someone else will be able to offer. Maybe it's not even a cheaper service. Maybe it's just a faster service. Maybe it's something that time is more important for the person than price. I think a lot of people think, well, I can just do it cheaper. But it may be that you end up charging more because you can actually do it faster, and that's what people want. So there's tons and tons of opportunity in AI. I hope you guys really enjoyed the stream. I'm going to be doing this once a week. We'll be dropping every Thursday at 5 Mountain Standard. Come check it out. I have it on my YouTube channel or Facebook. You guys are on Facebook or YouTube. Check it out. Happy to answer any questions. As you guys get questions, bring them on to the live stream, because I love talking and just sharing information. And one thing that I really am good at is when someone explains a problem that they have with a system or with something they're dealing with work. That is one thing that I am really, really good at, is looking at where AI can become something that isn't just a buzzword, but it's something that actually can help ease a pain point or help automate to make things so much easier and better for your life, for your business. I've got a lot of different things that I want to share. So definitely come back. And my top, so kind of like the title, my top tools this week are going to be Veo 3 and Sora 2. Those two, and they're the two that we talked about. Really, they are incredibly powerful tools. So if you don't actually have them, if you're not using them, I would highly recommend that you check it out, because it is incredible what you can do with the marketing pieces of that. So check it out. I think they're great systems. It's going to be, we're just seeing the beginning. And the fact that while I was on this live stream and they had made the update and were able to extend scenes, guys, that's huge. That really, if you do this right, that would take away the need for a video editor. You literally, because the issue is right now, or at least it was until this just happened, is you could generate small clips, but then you still had to stitch them all together. Now, with what's going on here, you don't even have to do that. It is insane. I'm like so excited about it. I'm going to mess with it a lot more, and I'll put some more examples, and I'll do some longer tutorials type videos that are actual videos rather than just the live stream. But those are some of the top things that I think that you guys, if you're interested in AI, or if you're interested in making your busy life easier, especially in repetitive tasks, things that you hate, get ChatGPT. And don't just do the free version, get the paid version, $20. It's the best $20 you'll spend, because there's so many things you can do with it. And once it eases one pain point, you're going to look at it and go, what else can it do? And that's where I'm at with everything is, wow, it did this, it did this, it did this. What else can it do? And that's what makes me super excited for you guys, is just as long with me as well, is where we can take this. So my hope is that you guys that have been watching actually can implement it. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you guys next week.